You are watching William Patterson University Television.
Welcome back to the desk. It's basketball season here on campus, and here to preview the season with me, we have Dante, Joe, Jesse, and Steve. You know, the Lady Pioneers tip off their season tonight, and we have some promising young players. So Dante, we'll start with you. Who's going to be your breakout player this season?
Fellas, when we did the block about WP women's basketball back for Sportsathon, there was one name that we brought up a lot, Chloe Casbarian. You take a look at her numbers there. Last year as a freshman, she played in 25 games, about 12 minutes a game, a couple of points, 22% from both the floor and from three. That's insane right there. Wow. WP needs a consistent three-point shooter, and I'll get to that in a little while. Chloe Casbarian's offensive skills complement Coach Monahan's offense so well. She could fit into the starting lineup. She could fit in as a six-man. She's going to be so important. Her development this year is going to be concurrent with what the Pioneers do going forward.
Joe, what do you got?
Well, Dante, those Casbarian numbers that you just talked about were very impressive. But I'm going to highlight Elisa Giordano because you look at her numbers here. She is a very high-volume player. You see 33.6 minutes per game. She's averaging about 10 points per game, but that's all going to go up. Her touches are going to go up because Julie Rovito graduating last year. Multiple 20-point games. I think she's going to be the focal point of this offense. Also, she was 5th in the NJAC in assists last year. I only expect that to go up.
Jesse, what we got?
I mean, with Elisa Giordano, she's no doubt the leader of the team, but that backup spot behind her is now open. And I think that's where Yakira Rosa comes in, the freshman from Dumont High School. We see she played 27 games in high school, 24 steals, 13.5 points per game her senior year, and 5 rebounds from a point guard position. Very good rebounder. She brings a lot of intensity. This is a young team, a very unproven team, and I think she can really come in and be that secondary ball handler that can run the offense when Giordano sits.
Steve, who we got for your breakout player?
I definitely love the youth factor there, and I'm going to go with a little bit of veteran here. Junior Brianna Brooks. She's had a really good career here at William Patterson so far. 25 games, 4 rebounds per game. Shoots really well, 45% from the field. 6.4 points per game and 22 minutes per game. She saw definitely an increase in playing time last year. And the great thing about Brooks is she's a lot of length, very tall, but she also has the speed and athleticism to play a guard position. You could really fill her out anywhere you want. Multiple double-digit games last year. Came off the bench, started a little bit. I expect an increased playing time, and Brooks is really a player that I feel you could put in anywhere, and it's going to produce results.
You know, the season didn't end off how the Pioneers won it last season. Joe, let's start with you. What is something you would like to see the Pioneers improve on this season?
I got to go with spreading the ball around. You look at the men's team, and what makes them so successful is the fact that they're able to facilitate the offense, get different people the ball. The Pioneers, only one player averaged more than 5 assists per game, and that was Giordano. Also, we were bottom 3 in the NJAC in assists. Something has to be done about that, and I think the more they're able to move the ball, the better scoring opportunities will be open for Brianna Brooks and people like we talked about.
Steven, what you got?
I'm going to go with offensive rebounding, and I think this is a huge factor. The Pioneers were out offensive rebounds about 8 margin per game. You can't do that if you want to win games, especially in a tough conference like the NJAC. You have to let your bigs get in there, go for the rebound, which is only going to create more offensive creativity and more offensive results. I'm looking for Bianca Soriano, Justina Cabezas to step up, really get these numbers up.
Dante, let's start with you. I know you were talking about three-point shooting earlier, so I know you're going to key on that.
Yeah, the Pioneers last year shot 26.6% from 3. Three-point shooting definitely needs to be improved. That was 5th in the NJAC. 3 of the 4 teams above us made the playoffs last year, the NJAC playoffs. This is a guard-heavy team. Three-point shooting needs to be crucial for them to keep themselves into games and sway the momentum late in some of these games.
Jesse, finish off. What you got?
I'm really glad that you brought up this is a guard-heavy team because you need to get the forwards involved with the pick and rolls. They need to spread the ball around, as Joe said. The best way to do that is using the pick and rolls. Let those veteran guards lead those forwards into the paint. You can set up the pick and roll, the pick and pop. It really should be the focal point of our offense.
See, on the flip side of the locker room, the men's had a very successful season last year, and they were carried by their 2 star guards, Sean Smith and Dom Mignon. Joe, let's take a look at their stats. Who do you think is going to carry them this season?
Well, Samory, we're definitely going to look at the stats here. Mignon and Smith both offer a lot to bring a lot to the table as the 2 main high-bulk, high-volume guards here at the Pioneers. I mean, they're both averaging, over 14 points a game. I mean, they both shoot over 40%, and the three-point shooting, that speaks for itself, over 30%. I got to highlight Sean Smith, though. I mean, this guy's a first-team all-star performer. Pioneer history, top 5 in every three-point shooting category. Wow. And don't even make me bring up the buzzer beater against Ramaphosa last year. We all remember that when I was on the call for that. I mean, that was really iconic.
That was good.
Yeah.
The Pioneers are also getting their big man back in the form of Henry Voorhees. Jesse, let's take a look at his stats. What do you think Voorhees is going to bring to the Pioneers this season?
Voorhees brings size. He's at about 6'8" right now. The numbers don't necessarily translate, but it's the impact that he has on the team. We see 3.3 points per game, 1.63 assists, but the 4 rebounds. He's really an intimidator in the paint there, and I'm really interested to see the Twin Towers lineup they can ensue with Henry Voorhees and Nazir Fields. You really can't score in the paint with both those guys out there.
Yeah, Steve, you have anything to say for it?
No, I love what you said there. I think he also brings defense, too. I mean, 6'8", he's going to be able to block shots, which is going to get the ball down court more. I'm really looking for him to step up on the rebounding thing. I know I said about the women's, but you can't have too many rebounds. I mean, come on. He's got to step it up.
Another thing with Voorhees is our biggest rival, Ramapo.
Yeah.
Their biggest man, 6'8", 220, same size as Voorhees. I think they're going to match up very well when we play them down the stretch.
Fellas, Willie P has 6 players over 6'3". I don't remember that happening at all in my 4 years here. Newfound size means Coach Chapman could open up the playbook and do a lot of things that he hasn't been able to do in recent years.
Huge.
Well, that's all the time we have for the local guys. We're going to stay on the hardwood and tip off things in the NBA crew on the other side of the break. Stay here on WP Sports Desk. Yeah, that's good.